If you're interested to see where we go today, then that vlog will be coming in the next few days, and I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye! It's adventure time! I've never seen that show, but we are going to Long Grove today because we need to get some Christmas presents and some Christmas cards and maybe some white elephant gifts if there's a place where we can actually do something like that. I'm not sure, because usually that stuff is like used stuff that nobody wants. I definitely want to get a gift for our neighbor, and I also would very much like to get my nieces some gifts as well. Lawrence, do you have specific things that you want to achieve here?
No.
He's just along for the ride, I guess. Is that true?
Yeah, sleigh ride.
Yeah, I mean, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, because we're going in a Prius.
I think we have a problem. What do you think?
With what?
With that.
Well, the problem is going to be my stomach lining. Other than that, I don't see any problem with this.
Makes sense, I guess. What you got there then? Which one's mine?
Well, who says either of them are yours?
Oh.
I have them. I have them now. Oh, you can have that one. You can have the crunchy.
Yay!
How do Americans cope without Whisper bars?
I don't know. How do they cope without crunchy bars? Well, this is exciting. I didn't know this when we came today, but apparently if you spend $150, then you get a free gift at the Long Grove Visitor Center. Lawrence's chocolate alone already got us there. Scout and Forge is only open for appointments right now. It totally makes sense. I can understand why that would be the case, but it is sincerely one of the coolest vintage shops I've ever been to. Weird reclaimed furnishings from way, way back. We're talking 18th, 19th century, and some of it is so obscure, I don't even know what it does. It's really, really cool. I'm kind of sad because before COVID, this building was one of my favorite antique shops, and now it's for lease. So I don't think that I'm going to be able to find any vintage stores or antiques today. I just came from the Norwegian shop with some goodies, and that means that I can go and collect my free gift now. It It has been a really fun day at Long Grove, and now I am gonna go home and show you what I got. We're back from Long Grove and it's the next day, and it occurs to me that you might want to see some of the things I bought. These are wool socks and gloves, which are really pretty and very, very warm because they're lined with faux fur, I believe. And they also, unlike a lot of the vintage gloves that I own, they work with a foam, which is nice. But it's also not like obtrusive like the ones with the silly fingers. It looks more natural than that, thankfully. Both made in Ireland, and I might actually put these socks on right now because it is really, really cold in here. The most important thing, possibly, besides the actual presents that I bought, whenever we go to Long Grove, I make sure that we get as many junk foody snack type things as possible because that Irish shop carries a lot of the same things that Lawrence and I were familiar with when we lived in the UK, and of course he grew up with. So first thing is Ready Breck, which is not necessarily junk food as much as it is just porridge. It's made from rolled oats, but Lawrence grew up with it and I like it okay. It's a nice hot cereal. Caramel Digestives, which it's a kind of cookie or biscuit, as the British people say. They're delicious. These ones are special because they have chocolate and caramel. And of course I mentioned that no visit would ever be complete, and in fact I don't know how people live without crunchies. Crunchies are so, so good, and I do not know why we don't have them here in the US since we have Cadbury's, and it is a Cadbury treat. The old mainstays of the group are custard creams and bourbons. And bourbon biscuits or cookies I've actually made before a number of years ago. It was one of the first things that I ever posted on social media, actually. It was way before Old Fashioned AF, but I did make bourbon biscuits by hand and scratch. And then custard creams are kind of the vanilla version of that. Very good for fika. Penguins, sort of similar. They're little biscuits and they're individually wrapped, so they're really good for kids. I don't love these as much as Lawrence does. They're nice, but the other stuff that I've shown you so far are pretty good. But these definitely remind him of his childhood, so we always get them. And then if we're talking about chocolate biscuits, Orange Clubs are my favorite. They're perhaps the best biscuit out there that isn't like homemade because it's the perfect mix of orange and chocolate and neither of them is overbearing. Plus you've got the biscuit in the middle too and it's just very good. You can probably even use a club because I've seen this happen with penguins and with other types of biscuits before where you take that specific biscuit, chew off each of the ends, and then you can actually make it into a straw. I think you can probably do that with clubs. Terry's Chocolate Orange, which not just Lawrence, but also myself, my dad was a huge fan. Cadbury's when he was not eating Hershey's. I love them both because of him. And we used to get Terry's Chocolate Oranges as well as real oranges in our stockings. This is something that you can't usually get in the US. It's called a Dairy Milk Tiffin, another Cadbury sweet. I absolutely love these. And actually the only place I've seen these is in that Irish shop in the US. In the UK, I used to buy them on the corner shop right outside of where we lived. And then finally, in terms of junk food, you can't really have British junk food without curry sauce. And it's been a while since I got some curry sauce at home, so I'm excited to dig into that. Now, on to gifts. First things first, for my niece, I got her a holiday sticker book. I'm sure she will love it. She is very much into the stickers right now. She's not quite school age, so this will be perfect for her. It comes with a story and some activities. I got this and my white elephant gift at the Danish shop / Norwegian shop. They kind of do both. Irish tea towel is going to be a gift for my neighbor who has Irish descent and family members. So I'm sure that she will very much like that because she has Irish paraphernalia all over. And finally, I have 3 parts for my own offering when it comes to this specific white elephant this year. First one is a marzipan pig, which might be very divisive depending on who you are. I know Lawrence can't stand marzipan. I personally love it. So whoever gets that will either love it or hate it. Then we have Midwestern cards with very awkward looking ladies on the front. You Betcha and Hot Dish, apparently. Go along with those. We have this, which is a painting on a warming plate that can also be hung. So whoever made this does not expect it to actually be used. With some very interesting looking children on it. It's not the painting itself that's the problem. It's more the fact that they follow you that was very off-putting for me. And so hopefully whoever gets this will find it just as off-putting. Although they can still use it it too, so it's not a complete waste, because there is a recipe on the back for whatever cookies that they're making. They're called Fatigmans. Stanley and Oscar are busy making Fatigman, sometimes called poor man's cookies. And so there you are, the two boys who follow you around the room, wherever you go. I hope to see this in one of my relatives' kitchens in the future. And that was it for Long Grove. I had a pretty good time. I can't wait for this coming weekend's journey, because not only will my family be here with us, but it's a little more lively than Long Grove. Long Grove was great, but the reason why we decided to go there was honestly just because it was one of the last kind of Christmassy places that we went outside of Chicago before the pandemic took place. And like everywhere else around here, it's probably been hit pretty hard because some of my favorite shops, of course, were closed. I don't expect that that will be the case next weekend. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed going to Long Grove, which is one of my favorite day trips outside of Chicago. And of course, we still have the fundraiser going on, and so you will see that over there, and you can certainly contribute however much or little that you can. It will still go a long way to helping make someone's dream come true through Make-A-Wish. I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. I almost forgot. Remember when I said that you get a free gift if you spend $150? Not sponsored or anything, by the way. This was just as surprising to me as it probably was to you. This was my free gift. A really, really pretty silver scarf. And they had all kinds of gifts to choose from, but I chose this one. And it has a nice little pattern throughout. It's kind of a pashmina, and then there are tassels. I think I might actually use it as a table runner, but the reason why I chose the silver one is because it seemed to fit with the gloves almost perfectly. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video.